Coming up today on The Nice Guys on Business.
And this was back in 2011. They said the era of desktop wealth is dead. That's the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates. The next niche is mobile first. And in 2016, the CEO of Google stands up. Now, here would be the other question. What would you ask the CEO of Google? Should I be mobile first or should I be mobile last? When he had a conference and across the big board in the back says mobile first, not mobile friendly, not mobile responsive. It's mobile first.
I'm going to put it right on the line. There's been a lot of complaints already. Fooling around on the course, bad language, smoking grass, poor caddying. If you guys want to get fired, just keep it up. If you want to get replaced by golf carts or the nice guys on business, go from where you are now to where you could be. Get expert tips to grow your business, to be more productive and more efficient, whether you're trying to build influence, grow your community, or make it rain. Best-selling author of Nice Guys Finish First, Doug Sandler, can lead the way. The Nice Guys on Business is produced by TurnKey Podcast Productions. Now, here's your host, Doug Sandler.
All right, Nice Guy community, welcome back to another exciting episode of, yes, it is not Ford Mustang The Early Years podcast. I just got finished recording a Ford Mustang The Early Years podcast for my other show. I have Scotty, I know you got problems. I got my own problems. I got so many things that I'm doing in the course of the day. I'm like, which hat am I wearing right now?
Gotcha.
Yes, this is the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Now, listen, if you are in our community, you know one thing. If you are not doing stuff that is going to be advantageous for people to view you on your smartphone, then you're probably not doing your business the right way. As Scotty Carter and his partners over at Mobi First would tell you. Did I say that right? Is it Mobi First or Mobi First?
Mobi First.
You know, do you remember Moby, the guy in, I think it was the 80s? He was like the DJ you're probably not old enough to remember that. You remember him?
Oh, yeah. I have to go all the way back to, I've been to a rave or two, so.
That's exactly. He was the rave guy. So
Yeah.
If you are not mobile first, you are mobile last. And this is a really good and appropriate way to start this episode. I'm meaning if you're not building a mobile website first, that's kind of where the action is. So Scotty Carter, he's a former golf pro turned lead sales agent for BMW, like the car BMW?
The car BMW.
Holy crap. All right. Turned lead sales agent for BMW after 10 years of trying to break into being an entrepreneur. He hit it big and he hit his stride as co-founder of Mobi First. It is the world's only mobile first website creation platform. Hey, Nice Guy community, you know me. If it's not simple, I'm not going to do it. So I've checked this out. It is pretty simple. And you know what? Scotty's got a free offer for you today. So stay tuned for his message for what he's going to share with you today. And maybe a little bit out of his golf career also. Scotty, welcome to the podcast.
Pleasure to be here, Doug.
If you can't tell already, we're already off the rails quickly after almost 1,500 episodes. I've learned that the biggest fuck up of all is usually me on this show. So if you want to come here and be an even bigger fuck up than me, you're totally welcome to. But I don't think you're going to be. And just the preliminary qualification
Gotcha.
conversation that we had a good time talking about golf and just competition and doing all your stuff. So where do we even begin? Do we talk about your early career? Do we talk about Mobi first? Where do you want to even start, Scotty?
Well, to start with, it's like I guess I got to go back a little bit into the guy that was, literally a bartender. I'm Canadian. I'm bartending out of Toronto, and for whatever reason, I decide, you know what, I'm going to pick up and pack my Rottweiler and everything in my Acura Integra. I think back in, 90 something, so 96 or so, and decide to just leave everybody, family, friends, everything. It was just me and my dog, and moved to Dallas, Texas.
Wow. So you went from cold to hot. You went to Dallas, Texas. And how the Rottweiler deal with that climate change?
No, he absolutely loved it. Took him to a place that gets to run and play, and everybody loves a big dog in Texas. So
like a lot of big things in Texas.
Yes,
one thing I discovered in our conversation before, you don't have a huge, larger than life personality as sometimes guys have that have been in the professional sports arena, and especially pro golf where it's kind of it's you and your caddy out there and you're
Against
making
country
all
club
the
kids.
moves. So talk to me about how the world of golf, professional golf, set the stage properly for this entrepreneurship career.
That was perfect.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Oh yeah. Again, you got to, obviously, looking back, I'm 51 years old now. You're looking back quite a bit and going, holy geez, did I ever learn a whole lot from golf all the way into my sales career? Because when you go on a golf course, hey, you could have rolled to this country club in a Ferrari, but I wouldn't know it. By the time you're on the golf course, we're just golfer versus golfer kind of thing. It doesn't matter what your financial background is. And typically, I'm usually playing with, say it's a public golfer, if you will, somebody who doesn't have my kind of skill set. And all of a sudden, you're talking to somebody that is a multimillionaire, but we're having a conversation like we are here.
Yeah.
Now, it's a completely different conversation if you walked into a BMW dealership and I go, what's your credit? And you're like, I'm a multimillionaire. I pay with cash. I'm going to talk to you on instantaneously different. And so will him to me. But it actually was unique because it actually made that person who was, say, the CEO of some business talking to little old Scotty Carter, who's got his kind of clothes draped in the back of his car, just traveling around trying to make the mini tour circuit, that kind of thing. So it literally taught me how to talk to everything from the average club guy, the average golfer who shoots 120, which my sponsor shot, to the country club kids, to their parents, to surgeons, to professionals, because I was sponsored. And then I would have to go and play and teach his friends golf. Well, it's amazing when you go and you talk to a prominent dentist and you're trying to teach him golf. And so it was just different. So it also taught me how to fail and how to succeed in failure.
Connect the dots for me, because there's a few steps in between professional golfer to BMW guy to a guy that becomes an entrepreneur and starts a mobile website. When
they're all connected.
Platform. Yeah, tell me.
They all work out except for one main dot, which is always the unknown. I'll get to that one. So fast forward, my golf career didn't go the direction that I wanted to go to. I got to get a job, right? I don't have the education to do that. So this is back in you pull up the newspaper type deal. So I go, well, hey, there's a place hiring. I go, let's go. And it turns out to be a car dealership. Well, car dealers play golf. So all of a sudden they find out little Scotty Carter, who's pretty good at talking to everybody and anybody who walks in the door.
Mm-hmm.
He plays golf. We want to go play golf with him type thing. So I built bonds and relationships instantaneously with the GMs and all that kind of stuff. And then went from that into the next one, because it was teaching me how to talk to people. So I keep moving on, getting the skill, which is what I realize is how to communicate. By the time we go around to it, I end up growing my own insurance agency. So what we're starting to see here is now I want to be my own boss. I want to be learning in the car business was, hey, you're your own boss, essentially. And you're in control of your paycheck. You're not being paid hourly. So I was like, okay, I got to talk to this person. I got to make sure I get to this person before that person talks to them. So it makes you really, really, really hungry, right? And you're dealing with a lot more. So fast forward all the way into, I did an insurance, I did Medicare, and then I was hired to open up the flagship BMW store. Well, this time I'm really getting into being an entrepreneur because I was running my own insurance agency at the same time. So I was really getting into, man, I like making my own hours, everything like that. So then I get this high paying job. I mean, we're talking like six figures. So I go over to BMW, open up this $25 million flagship store. I go, well, I am working for somebody, but I'm getting paid and getting the respect. So then as it goes, I started getting into law of attraction. So I started getting deep into that and the science behind it. And then I got all the way into quantum physics and all this kind of stuff with it. And I started getting into that type of deal and then started testing it because I'm a real, salesperson, but I'm also a golfer. I'm analytical. So I'm going to want to see it from all sides. And I go, well, let's see if there's something to this thing. So long story short, I'm working away at BMW, still online searching so I had a job, but every day I'm at home searching. I'm searching for something. Don't know what it was. I just knew I was searching.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I run across this person from Italy. I can't find him again today. So this is the missing dot that doesn't make sense. I don't know how I ever got in contact with them, but this was my co-founder, a guy named Silvio out of Milan, Italy. Somehow, an ex-golf pro hooked up with a high-end developer out of Milan who won because I can talk and because I was talking to him so well. He wakes up one day, sends me a video, goes, "I want you to be the CEO of my company. Will you be it?" Like,
So you just, I mean, again, I know how law of attraction works. You know, you want it and you take the action step towards it. You don't know where it's coming from. You just know it's coming.
correct.
So you connected with this guy. He's in Milan, and he says, "I want you to be the CEO of my organization, or I want you to be a co-founder with me of an organization." And he did he have the idea developed, or he didn't even have the idea developed yet?
He did. He had it for about 3 or 4 years, but he was a developer. So he goes, basically, when I look at it with a developer's eyes, but I don't know how to look at it with a salesperson's eyes.
Right,
He goes,
right.
two completely things.
Totally.
He sees it like the Matrix, the lines going up and down. He literally does. And
Yeah.
I see it like dollar signs going across the screen. So he actually even had a name brand something else. I said, no, we need to do it this way, because what we really are is we're a Wix, a GoDaddy, a Shopify. We're a direct competitor to them. However, they're using technology that was based when the websites came out, back off of desktop. That's what they're based off of. That's their whole coding. It's based off of that. So we are not. So also during my search online for the next, what's the next biggest thing that's going to come? What I used to trade stocks for a while. What's the next biggest IPO? What's the next biggest one? What's the one that I can, hit my home run on and then make my living off of? So that actually led me into what's this mobile first thing.
So this started back in 2016. When did
2000 in about 2000, and the entire company started in development way 2011. I got with a developer in about 2013, 2014.
Okay, got it. All right. So he's got a great idea. He needs a mouthpiece for the idea because he's thinking like a developer and you're thinking like a sales guy or an entrepreneur. And you guys connect and cut whatever deal that you're going to cut and then take it from there. So what happens next?
Okay, so what happens next is along this whole line, I was basically, the whole law of attraction, act as if a little bit. Well, I was doing that at its finest. I was like, hey, I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do that. And then again, he goes, okay, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so after that, I renamed the platform. I renamed the company. It used to be called Mob Is It. We changed the name into Moby First. So we rebranded it. He used to be just like selling it in one ways, which is a wholesaler. Literally, you could get our platform and become your own Wix, become your own GoDaddy. I said, well, you also need to be like the Wix and GoDaddy. So it took us years and years and years of retooling the platform, the infrastructure, everything like that, and then adding new, features that come out. So at the end of the day, I was the reason that it went from making $0 to over $1 million in the 4 years since I've been with it.
Okay, so tell me, what does the platform feel like? What is a user experience? Why would anybody want it? I started in the intro. If you're not mobile first, you're mobile last. So I love your before I hit record, we talked about, and nobody remembers second place. So it's like, oh yeah. So if you and nowadays everything is mobile. Everybody's got a smartphone in their hands. They have a superpower computer in their Apple iPhone or Android or whatever. So tell me a little bit about the platform and how it works.
Yes, perfect. Now, just because, and this is my cell phone, just because you're looking at something on your cell phone doesn't make it mobile first. That's one of the, I was talking to a WordPress agency guy just the other day, and he's like, I didn't realize that. I go, no, everything is being built on responsive, which is by definition, the definition is desktop is built first, and then it's squeezed down into your phone, where an adaptive site, which is what we do, and we're the only platform on the entire planet that builds for the mobile device and then scales up to your, device you're on. Now, why is that important? Because Google says so. Because we say so, because Google says so. So they have a search algorithm that the COVID slowed it down, but it's literally scraping for mobile first content, not desktop. It doesn't care about it. So what's happening is the world literally, yes, we're all on this, but what's happened is it's still really behind when it comes to online, which is all the stuff that goes into it, from the ads, the AdWords, the analytics, everything like that, to your websites and load speed. So why would you want to use us? Here's the question. Are your customers viewing your website on the mobile device primarily? Yes or no? Yes. Then you must be adaptive. Okay. Well, why aren't I? Well, because they're usually too expensive. They usually cost it around 15 grand just to start. So I can't afford it. I got to go with the Wix version. I got to go with the responsive version. I just can't afford it.
Right.
Until we come along. So now you got to ask yourself, if I had the choice between building a mobile first website or a mobile last website, what would you choose?
Well, it seems to me it would make sense that more people are tuning in on mobile and on their smartphone, and that's how technology is going anyway. So why not do it so that you have a mobile site that could be adapted for desktop rather than the other way around, the desktop site that comes back to mobile.
That's what Google is requiring. So it really boils down to, no matter how I can get around to any kind of question when that's ever asked, I go, would you rather your website be a mobile first website or mobile last? I want it mobile first. Then you've already answered your question without realizing it. So the rest of them are old. And then when we've actually got in and we can see their source code, we can look behind all their websites, and my developer just cringes. He goes, they're horrible. When you actually do research on some, and this is not putting them down because they do a good job of what they do. However, when you look at them as far as a developer looks at them, it's like run away from those drag and drop kind of carriers. So what we've been coined is like a WordPress killer. We're like WordPress style, but without having to adjust plugins, because we don't use plugins, we use widgets. All right. So it allows us to do a whole lot of stuff.
Okay, so sometimes technology people keep up with it, and sometimes they're so ahead of the curve that the world doesn't see you yet. So Correct. Is the challenge? Well, all the plugins, all the things are built for, or all the widgets currently, well, what you call widgets, they call plugins. Mm-hmm. Are all of the widgets and plugins built for desktop? And how do you get people to become attracted to mobile first if we're in a desktop first world?
Yes. What'll end up happening is like anything else. What will happen is, and this is the process that's currently happening because of Google search rhythms, right? If you have a website today that's searching very, very, very well, and it's based off of a responsive platform, and then somebody comes up with the same type of business model, but they have it built on a mobile first platform, you're going to start to see this. Their SEO and everything is going up, yours is going down, and you're now starting to become irrelevant. So what's happening is a replacement. It's just like the replacement had when there was no websites, right? It went from no smartphones, no websites, to then now computers come out. Now there's websites. Everybody has a website. Now everybody's on. It's kind of a rotation. So you get on a mobile first one, and then now you got a website that's poised for the future. I mean, we literally gave away, because we have like a food ordering system too. So we gave away 2,000 platforms to COVID-19 restaurant business owners so they could actually stay operational. So that way you're taking back control. See, we also, one of the guys, a WordPress guy goes, hey, if you want to go and rent your site, you go to a Wix, you go to GoDaddy. If you want to own it, you get a WordPress. Well, that's also like us. So you like own your site. It's your domain. You put all the information. Nobody gets in control of it. Nobody can come in, and you don't have to worry about hacking or some third-party plugin that you have to deal with. And heck, now we're even dealing with AI. So it's I win the conversation every single time, right? So I can even say it in a jokingly way. I go, do you have a website, Doug? And you can say, yes, I have a website. Please tell me it's responsive. And you say, of course it is. I go, I'm setting you up and you don't even know it. I go, okay, well then show me the one that's the most important. Like you pull out your phone. I go, no, you said responsive. And I can even pull out the definition that says desktop first, mobile is last. So your desktop is the most important, according to what website you've built. Where mine is mobile first. That's the one because I care about my customers. And so that's our platform. All right.
So take me through, what does it look like for a customer of yours if they are a small business owner or any business owner, and they're trying to get set up on a mobile first or mobile first style platform? Tell me what it looks like and feels like for them. So that it doesn't sound like you're developers. It sounds like it's more plug and play kind of stuff.
It is. It's a cross, if you will, Doug. So it's the one for, here's what I always say. Can you send out an email? Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Can you do this huge scale? Can you upload a picture to your email and send it out?
Of course.
Yes. Then you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Oh, do I need any code? No, we've taken care of it all. We've done everything. Does it come with templates? Sure does. You take a template, you just go down the line, and can you fill in the blanks? That's all you do. You literally there's no dragging and dropping and try to make one sure sits over here. Is this fit for mobile? Is this for desktop?
Right.
No, Those days are gone. I'm telling you, those days are gone. In Google's words, the desktop era for wealth is dead.
All right.
That's a YouTube video. So those aren't my words. And this was back in 2011. They said the era of desktop wealth is dead. That's the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates. The next niche is mobile first. And in 2016, the CEO of Google stands up. Now, here would be the other question. What would you ask the CEO of Google? Should I be mobile first or should I be mobile last? When he had a conference, and across the big board in the back says mobile first, not mobile friendly, not mobile responsive. It's mobile first. Now go for it.
Okay. All right. So somebody decides that they want to opt in to something like Mobi First, and it's different than a mobile version of Squarespace. Why?
It would not the drag and drop. We're not that kind of one, and so it doesn't look anything like them. It's so when you first see our platform, you may look at it before you play with it and go, "Well, this looks different." That's the whole point. You're actually seeing your mobile editor. So as you're actually building your website, so you just take a template, build it, you hit save, and it's like that. The editor shows you, and then I can hit view, and then I work with multiple monitors, and now I'm looking at the desktop version and the mobile version at the exact same time, and I can even adjust what content looks on mobile and what is on desktop, and it's literally by going in. I want to install the picture, I upload. Okay, I want to put in some text. I want to put in a button. We created our own booking system. We created our own food order, our own real estate system, our own academy system, our own progressive web app system. See, since we built the infrastructure, we can actually now start to target industries out there that are on old technology.
Who's the ideal not user from a customer's perspective, but a user of your standpoint for your platform?
The small mom and pop businesses, the people that are going to go to an Etsy, the people that are going to go to a Shopify, right? Because we actually have e-commerce. You can drop ship through us, right? Abandoned cart, all this kind of good stuff, right? So the people who want to do a Shopify, the people who are over in a Wix, but then when you have a platform such as ours, not only can you go and build your own, you can also become a reseller of our platform because we have a lightweight label version. And now you could become your own website hosting service.
Got it.
You white label it.
One of the things that you shared with me before I hit record was that you have some of your services that are free. What are some of the free benefits and what are some of the paid benefits or some of the paid features, free features and paid features?
Sure. The free ones, you're going to find it pretty robust. We try to make it similar to if I was going to a Wix or a GoDaddy. However, it's a mobile first one, so you're already winning. You're set for the future. And then through the platform, we have an a la carte system. What I mean is, in our system, we have about 30 widgets, 180 templates. And so you can actually, our free ones, you start off with free. And then what I like an a la carte system, Doug, because now I get to choose what features I want to add as I need them. So as my business grows or my service grows, I can now add something such as we have our own booking system. We created everything that I'm talking about too is we actually developed all on our own. So we have our own like a support system, which is similar to a Zendesk, emailing system. And so we also have where they can just simply go in and then go, I want to buy another product, and they just add it, and they can say, I don't need this later on, take it off the website, and then so they can control themselves.
Nice. Yeah. What would you want? What's the biggest hope for those in our community to do? You want them to go to your site? What do you want them to opt into some of the free opportunities that they have? And that's one thing. And the other thing is, how is this different than just having, let's say, an app? Let's say.
Wow, what a great question. Apps are dead.
Now, why are apps dead? I have a home screen or 7 that's filled with all of these apps. Why are they dead now?
I got them all full, but the era of apps was dead in about 2010. Yes, apps are there. We're not talking about apps are going away. They're always going to be there. However, the state of apps to get people to just go and download an app is now, it's been over for a very, very long time. Now, what has replaced it? What is called a progressive web app. So we do it, by the way. What a progressive web app is now a combination of your website and an app to combine. However, what are the downfalls of an app besides the cost?
You have to download an app, and you have to have a community to join in to make it any worthwhile. And you can't just go to Google and find it. So you have to download the app.
Exactly. Money, you have to now. See, remember when apps first came out? Here's why you can kind of know it. Nobody had an app, and you're like, we put a million of them on our phones until we realized it got no phone battery. Then we started going, well, let's not do that. I'm going to be selective. Of course, we know the ones for work, like banking and those ones, right? And then everybody comes out, but the game, and now you put in Angry Birds on your phone. And then we got a little older, and we said, I don't want Angry Birds on my phone anymore. It's almost like saying, going to a store, and they go, what's your email? I'm not giving you my email address.
Right.
It's like, download my app. It's not for work or it's not for banking. I'm probably not going to do it. And you wasted a lot of money. Now, what's a progressive web app? You're going to start to notice this. As you start going to websites, what you'll start to notice, you already have the cookies going across the screen.
Yeah. Everybody's asking for, do you accept cookies? Yeah, so I get that now.
So we're all like sheep. Yes, get it away, right? No matter what, get it away. Now, what also will start to happen is you'll see another one. If you come across probably somebody from our platform to put it out, it'll say add to home screen. Would you like to add this to your home screen? I love
that. That's so much less intrusive to me than having to download an app. Totally.
And then when you do it, it says, would you like to install, not download? So it's an install. So there's no phone battery that's used up. So you're not wasting any memory of your phone, any battery. So it's a win-win. Easy for the customer, plus very, 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 very inexpensive. So now you're putting your business icon, your service, whatever you want, is on the home screen of your customers' phones, which allows you to also send out push notifications, which is like a text message.
Yes.
Apple iOS just upgraded their iOS system to be able to allow third-party push notifications to come in. So it kind of is telling you we are ahead of the curve.
Nice.
Progressive web app is now going, and they're going to start. YouTube uses it. Starbucks uses it. Google's using it. Before long, you're going to have that screen on your phone with your traditional apps. And then you're going to have the other app, which is the services or businesses that you want to use. You click it. So for me, for example, let me open this up. I know you won't be able to see it completely.
Well, just curious. So somebody has the Starbucks app on their phone right now, but now Starbucks is going to be going to this mobile first.
You may or may not have it. You may or may not have the PWA. You wouldn't even know it.
I got it. Yeah. So the purpose, the advantage to Starbucks to have the app as an install as opposed to a download, if somebody already has the Starbucks app on their phone, what's the advantage?
I'm not sure when it comes to the Starbucks because they even hit on a whole
okay.
Other,
well, in general, what would be an advantage to having the power of having an install?
I don't have to install it. I don't have to download it. So I'm not now sucking up the most battery, and it's easier for a customer to put it on their phone.
Got it.
And it allows more room on your phone for them to sell you ad space.
Plus, it doesn't require the extra effort of your customer to have to download something like Starbucks. Yeah. Almost a no-brainer. People go into Starbucks enough time. However, there are many times where, I bought a ceiling fan, an attic fan. And in order to use my smartphone to control the temperature and tap into that technology, I needed to download the app. Now, It would have been much better if I was just able to go to their mobile first website, do whatever I was going to do, and then say, hey, do you want to add this to your home screen? It would feel a little less intrusive to me.
It is. It's easier. My favorite thing about it is it now allows, like, you can't see it, but on my phone, that's me. That's me. It's my icon.
Got it. Oh, I see it. I saw it.
It looks like I'm an app, but I'm not. I'm a progressive web app. So that's my business card, which is literally on the home screen of my phone. I can flip it. There's my QR code. Nice. And you want to talk about speed, it's going to open up instantaneously, by the way, like it just did.
Got it.
So I kill everybody for speed. I also now go, if you want to give me a business card, keep your business card because it's on my phone.
Understood. Yeah. This is very cool. All right. So what do we want our audience to do? Go to your website. What do you want?
MobiFirst.co. Let me type it in here.
It's mobifirst.co. We'll put a link. We'll put a link in the show notes for you. I got it. You included that in the guest application, so I got all that.
Yeah, they go there, sign up, grab yourself a free plan. There's tutorials in there. It's the easiest thing in the world, and you'll feel like you don't need any special coding, any skill set. If you do, you are going to be salivating when you actually see our site, because you could adjust the CSS, HTML. You could go have at it. It's incredible what you can do with our actual websites.
And Scotty, what's the long game for you in this particular project? Is it to make $1 million and retire from this? Is it to just, so tell me what is your ultimate goal with Moby First?
Well, we built up a platform that is going to basically create waves with some really big players out there. And we know we live in a world where everybody wants to buy you out.
So you're looking for the $1 billion buyout. I hope that's the case for you.
That's why we're going against it. We just so happen to be going that direction against Wix, GoDaddy, Shopify, all them. Their technology wins. Their product lacks what we have on a technology basis, not on a personal basis. We're just talking technology. We're also going up against pretty soon against DoorDash, because we are a food system. And then we're going up against Udemy and Etsy and all those two as well. What we're trying to do is get this thing so, number one, the average person could build a mobile first website for themselves and never have to worry about it ever again in their entire life. So if I get that out and everybody's running their business saying, I don't have to worry about a WordPress, I don't have to worry about this, I can just go and I can never have to worry about my website ever again. That'd be goal numur one.
Nice guy community. Oh, is there a second goal? I'll take a second goal if you got one.
Somebody comes around like a Bezos and gives us $10 billion.
I don't blame you. Hey, look, I'm sure, I don't know how you still feel about golf. I already told you before, right before I hit record, how I feel about golf now. If I never spent another day on the golf course, I would totally be fine. Right. But as a guy that was 8 years old and playing golf, that's how I felt. Now, would you return to the golf course at some point, or are you continuing to play?
I'm 51, so I had an injury that kept me from trying out for the senior U.S. Open. So I am actively trying to become a tour player again in my 50s for the senior tour.
All right, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Look, take it from a guy that was named after Doug Sanders, the golf pro, as Doug Sandler. That is me. My dad, he was an avid golf fan. And I'll tell you, it's a shame my name isn't like Jack Nicklaus or something like that. Pretty cool. Scotty, thanks for hanging out with us today. And thanks for sharing Moby First with my community.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was fun.
Nice guy community. Never underestimate the power of nice. So again, remember, mobile first or mobile last. You want to be first place or last place? I think I want you in first place. Do it. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For Doug, Strickland, the Nice Guys on Business podcast, I'm Steve O'Brien. Yo, bartender, Jobu needs a refill.